Hey, what's up guys? I'm out at one of my parks and just want to make a quick video about utility systems and what kind of utility system you want when you're buying a mobile home park. You want everything to be sub-metered, so you want everyone to have their own meters at their own homes. You don't want to have one water meter for the whole park or one gas meter for the whole park, otherwise you're paying it. When you have separate meters, the individual takes care of the bill themselves. So right there, that's the electric meter, this is the gas meter, and the water meter is down there. And it's all read remotely. So I'll tell you a little bit about why you want to have all the residents have their own meters. Just wanted to take a little video of my park as I drive through. So most of the people in here all own their own homes, which is really great because people who own their own homes naturally really care for it and really have a pride of ownership. Like you see, like this one's a very good example. This house is very well maintained. They have a nice porch, a carport, everything is looking really good. So I'm really mainly responsible for taking care of the roads and mowing the common areas. Okay guys, so I'm back at the office and just want to talk to you a little bit about why it's so important to have separate meters at all your homes. Now, a big difference between apartment buildings and mobile home parks is mobile home parks usually have a much lower expense ratio. So let's say you bring in $100,000 of rent in a year. In a mobile home park, typically the average expense ratio is 40%. So that means $40,000 of that $100,000 is going to go immediately to your expenses. With apartment buildings, you're much more like 50% or maybe even higher depending upon the class of the property. So again, you bring in $100,000 in rent, you need to divide that in half, 50%, and that's automatically going to go towards your expenses, and that would be like utilities, repairs, maintenance, and so forth. Now with mobile home parks, a lot of times the residents will own their own homes, so that greatly reduces the cost of your expenses every year. And also, a lot of times the residents will have their own meters at their home, so that means they're paying all their own electric, water, maybe the gas and the sewer, so that greatly reduces the amount of expenses you're going to have as a park owner. So for instance, the park that you saw me in a little bit ago, the expense ratio is incredible. It's probably somewhere around a 20 to 25% expense ratio. So if I bring in $100,000 in rent, only $25,000 is going to the expenses. And the reason why is because everyone in that park owns their own home, so they all pay their own repairs and maintenance on their home. And also it's 100% bill back utilities. So everyone has their own meter. Everyone has their own electric meter. Everyone has their own gas meter. Everyone has their own water and sewer meter. So I pay zero utility expenses. And that's why park investing can be so attractive, because the expense ratios are so incredibly low. So going back to kind of the overview of a mobile home park, if you have a 100% bill back to the tenants as far as utilities go, all you are required to do is take care of the common areas, like mow the grass, take care of the roads, trim the trees, and so forth. So in another reason why it's so important to have these systems sub-metered or individually metered at everyone's homes is because a lot of times people will abuse the utilities if they're not paying for it. You might have been in a similar situation where maybe your landlord is paying for the water, so you take like a little bit longer of a shower, or maybe the faucet's dripping a little bit, and because you're not paying water, you're not really too worried about getting it fixed. So if you're paying your own utilities, you're going to be on top of it. You're going to make sure no water's leaking. You're going to make sure your gas, there's no gas leaks anywhere, or you're not overusing your electric. So having your residents paying for their own utilities greatly reduces the cost as the park owner. So that's why it's so important when you're out looking at parks, or even apartment buildings for that matter, try to find a building that is sub-metered, so every tenant is paying their own utilities. Now, if you do find a park that, I just bought a park, it's a 22 space park, and I'm paying for the water. I have 1 meter and I pay for everyone. The water bill is insanely high for a 22 space park. I'm paying like $10,000 a year in water expenses. So there is the option for me to go in and install meters on everyone's homes, and then I can bill back the resident for the water usage. So that's something you can consider. So if you guys got any questions, give me a call, shoot me a message through YouTube, or maybe jump on my Instagram. My handle is _Kyle Grimm, and I'd be happy to talk to you. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.